Welcome to a new game, everyone. A very strange game. From what I've played so far, I have not finished this. I just got it. I'm recording the day I got the game, mostly because I've been kind of lazy, kind of neglectful. I finished Nier like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, whatever. I didn't record anything after it, and I just kind of sat on it and waited and waited and waited, and just now it's come the time where you get a new game because a new game came out and it's close enough to Nier being finished. So we're gonna play it. This is Control, which I got for free, kind of. I this past weekend, the Labor Day weekend. That's when I'm recording this. To date the episode, to date the recording, I upgraded my computer. I got a new video card. I got a 4K monitor. I got a new keyboard as well, which doesn't really matter to you. Doesn't really matter to me for the gaming aspect either, because I don't play with keyboard and mouse often. I like controllers, but we can get into that later. And with the video card, it came with a code to download 2 games, and Control was one of them, and a Wolfenstein game was one of them. I don't really care about the Wolfenstein game. Not gonna lie. I've never played a Wolfenstein game, I don't think. If I have, it was a long time ago, like in the Doom-ish type of games. But Control was one. I had a couple of friends play that, and they were like, hey, this is a pretty cool game. So I'm like, okay, it's a pretty cool game. But I live in Canada, it's like $80. I'm like, no, I don't think so. So instead, I spent way more money getting a new video card. But this game came with it, and since it was so close to Nier being finished on the channel, literally I think there's 4 episodes left of Nier when I'm recording this. Usually I like to be way farther in advance. For most of this time I've had months of backlog. And I just got busy doing other things. I got busy with work, I got busy with anime, I got busy with movies again, a little bit. So I haven't been recording games. I've also been sick, which doesn't help. Still a little sick. You can probably hear it in my voice. But we'll push through anyway. So we're at a Federal Bureau of something or other. I actually didn't read it. And it seems to be kind of abandoned, which is strange. But look how pretty it is. You don't get to see quite as pretty as I did, but it's because YouTube, shrinks it to 1080p. Well, I'm actually shrinking it to 1080p, and then YouTube shrinking it further, or at least compressing it further. But I got to play it in not quite 4K, but close to. I didn't want to push the new card too hard. I also maybe need a new processor. It's a good processor. It's an i7 something or other, but it's not top end. Where was I? I don't remember. Anyway, we're gonna explore this place and find out what's going on. Why is it so abandoned? Why is there pretty much nothing here? Nobody here. Seems strange for a bureau of any sort to be this abandoned. Federal Bureau of Control. Okay, that makes sense, because the game is called Control. I thought maybe I could duck under there, but don't have a duck button. And also there's glass. It didn't look like there was glass. Like, it looked like it was just blinds, but that doesn't make any sense. So I don't know what I was thinking. But I was thinking I could... Well, I know what I was thinking. I don't know why I was thinking it. I guess the way... So it looks like there's a lot of goodies in this game. I've looked it up, and apparently like a lot of the lore of this game is told through the goodies. And I'm not going to read most of them, if any. So we're just going to kind of have to figure our way through it. So here's a janitor. We're apparently here for a job for his assistant. Try to figure out what's going on in this game. So we go to the elevator and we can interview for the job.
Elevator that way.
Sounds good. This guy's like Romanian or something.
You'll work for me. You can say I sent you.
I don't know if you can hear his accent, but it's some Eastern European thingy.
There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, Jumalauta.
And we want to be his assistant for
I've done enough nice
some reason.
jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly.
We've already got a mission. It's a good start.
Somebody with no face at all.
So one of the reasons this game has been talked about is because it has ray tracing. I'm not really sure what that is. I think it means reflections look really good, and true to form, they do actually look really, really good. I've been surprised while I've been playing this. When you go by glass or mirrors, it almost, you feel like there's an enemy there, because games haven't really done that a whole lot. At least not as well as this game has. So that's been a weird thing. So what kind of game is this? It's a third-person shooter action-y thing. One of the friends I talked to before playing the game called it a Metroidvania style, but in 3D. And that's kind of fair, in the sense that you're going back and forth between places, you're exploring a bunch. I think it's a lot like the new Resident Evil 2, the remake, and I guess the original, which I have not played or seen much of. I've seen a playthrough of the new one. It reminded me a lot of Resident Evil 2, just with superpowers and less resource management and less scares, but still fun. It's much more third-person shootery.
You know what's on my mind.
And
Baby brother,
more mysterious, kind of. Like, we don't know why the enemies are doing what they're doing. At least I haven't gotten to that part yet. All I know is there's something that's making them do it. Sucks for them. I want to make sure I don't miss any goodies. There's not really... I don't get anything from it. But I just like getting goodies. Just in case, you know? Maybe we'll come to a mystery in the game and we need to solve it that way. So you probably didn't hear it because I've been talking over it, but there was a noise in the director's office. You kind of saw it in the intro type thing. There was a guy with a gun to his head. There may have been suicide right there, is just what I'm gonna think is happening. Man, this game is really, really pretty, though. Like, it's not even... I don't think the biggest budget game is from the studio that did Alan Wake and Quantum Break. I think Max Payne as well.
And there goes the poster.
And I don't think they have the highest budget for these things, but this game looks really good. Maybe it's just because it's the first game I'm playing with this new video card. It looks really good. So the gun we just picked up is called the service weapon. It has unlimited bullets, but we do have to wait for them to recharge. And eventually we can mod it and change its form. Like so far, as I'm recording right now, I have a shotgun kind of mod.
Where am I?
But right now it's just a pistol. So this is a tutorial section. I don't know if this is a mandatory thing, but every time we get a new power, we get one of these stages. I left tutorials on because I'd never played the game before, and you will eventually see I'm not especially good at the game. But we've got some light platforming here. We've got enemies. These ones are just, tutorial enemies. So it's showing us that we've got a melee attack. It is not that effective, generally speaking.
The same gun.
And now we get our gun. And it's a pretty cool looking gun. It's very big.
Okay. Now I have a gun.
And now we can fire the gun. See, there are enemies there. They don't have guns, so this is going to be an unfair fight. think this is this the first shooter I'm playing on the channel? I believe so. I recorded some of a dinosaur hunter game. That is never going to see the light of day. That game was not very good, and it crashed on me a bunch, and I didn't have a lot of fun playing it. I did for the first like couple of hunts, then I was like, oh, okay, this is enough. So I canned that series. That would have been the first shooter. That was a first-person shooter, though. It was a hunting game. And I think this is otherwise the first shooter. So enjoy that. And this isn't even, I mean, it's not that atypical of a shooter, but it's not the most typical either. It's got some weird things. And this is, it came out like 5-6 days ago. So it's pretty new. I'm actually hoping that playing a new game like this is going to draw some viewers to the channel. So if you're new, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you stick around. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. I don't really bug people to do that, so don't worry. All I do is have that little 20-second outro at the end of the video that says do all those things or you're a bad person. Which is true.
And this gun's alive. You know what?
So that was basically our prologue here.
Happy to be here.
Now we have a gun. Now we'll probably have enemies.
Is it safe to
But also, the director just shot himself. The director of the entire bureau. Oh, okay. Well, that sure is something that just happened.
You can't let this happen.
Those are some visuals.
Can't let this happen.
Now we've got these these look like live action clips spliced in here.
Can't let this happen.
I assume they are.
Let this happen.
Really, really good visuals if they're not. Like this maybe isn't. I don't know. I actually can't tell. Nah, this is a video. This is the game.
You. Oh, thank you.
Right? It's gotta be.
That was horror.
Oh, and now we've got enemies. There are no difficulty settings for this game, by the way. So we're going to be playing on normal difficulty. There's no option to change it. So if I die a lot, it's because, well, one, I'm bad, but B, it's just because the game did not give me an option to play on an easier difficulty. It's just what we had to do. Oh, so now we've got this kind of visual overlay and enemies just spawning from the ceiling, and we do not have a lot of health right now, by the way. Also, still haven't been told if there's a crouch button. I tried to crouch there, different buttons, but it didn't work. And I've already lost a lot of health. You may or may not have noticed. Like my health bars at the bottom left, it got taken out like really quick. The way you recover health in this game is enemies, when you hit them, drop little blue crystals, and you get those, and then you get more health. There are shelters hanging around because it's a federal bureau of stuff. Usually there's goodies in them. You don't have to explore them all, but I usually will. Okay, where's the guy? I saw him. I saw there was a guy. Someone shooting at me. There we go. Oh, there's more than one. There are headshots. They take out a lot more damage, and they stagger them, which is as important. One of the things I gotta get used to in this game is, because we have unlimited ammo, it's just, you know, it's gotta wait to replenish. I need to be more liberal in my usage of the ammo. I'm not especially good at, like, I like to conserve ammo in games, and because I don't have to do that in this one, it's strange, because I do that by default. I'm like, oh, I can't waste shots, I can't waste shots. That leads to me being a little too conservative with my playing of the game, and just, you know, what I'm doing. So, well, did I find cheese? Oh, he dropped. Okay. Well, that's fine. I like how colorful this game is so far. Like a lot of red and whatnot. Get these guys. Some of the enemies drop weapon mods and personnel mods, as well as resources, which we can use to make other mods later on. Oh, that is a beefy lad. Oh, okay, well, that was a death. So that's the end of the episode. We'll come back and beat that boss next time.